Jr. versus Los Spanish Torpedoes. After a nice, solid game by POO, Spanish Torpedoes are looking to make a comeback of their own. Now, guys, what do you think about that?
Ooh, I like it. I like
I
it a lot.
I think I just want to keep listening to you talk, dude. I mean, no, yeah, Los Spanish Torpedoes. Who that is, Jaundice. Uh, uh, Ladies and gentlemen, we have Dr. T at night over here, or Dr. J, excuse me, with Django. Uh, so, but
Yeah, we're just about to get into picks and bans here. As soon as we get that link sent out, Sean,
yeah,
you can
yeah,
on
I'm
that.
gonna get on it. Bear's gotta go get some water. The bear
Yeah,
himself.
yeah. The players are just they're getting ready as well. We do have the lobby here, so as soon as we get into picks and bans, we'll let you guys know. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'll do a little bit of my own analysis from this last game, even though I forbid myself usually from doing that. Um, I think the hardest part about playing against Bear Junior Hoops in the Woods is, like I said, during picks and bans in the first game. All of these players, not only are they skilled players, but each one of them is skilled on at least 3 champions, which is super, super important in a situation like this, because if you get banned out and you have to get on a champion that you're, garbage with, like let's say you're a platinum player on a one trick, but then everything else you're like a silver player, then you're going to be in trouble if you get banned out. So it's so hard for these teams to find the right combination of bans against Bear Junior Poops in the Woods. So what I'd like to see these teams start doing as they play against Poo is not necessarily just counting on banning them out and using that to put them on at a disadvantage, but actually studying their games and their comps and finding workarounds for that as far as picks go. That's what I'd like to start seeing. And maybe we'll see that from Los Spanish Torpedoes.
Well, two things. We had the first game against Pooh, and we didn't ban Bear Junior's Blitz. And I told everybody to do it, so now we see why. And then two, are you calling Bear Junior a one trick? Because that's what I heard. I think that's what I took from that. Bear Junior's a one trick, and he can't play anything besides.
Well, you know
Blitzcrank.
what? I mean, I can fully dispute that for you, because a couple of weeks ago we saw Bear Junior pick Zillion, which perfectly countered an assassin comp that they were, I forget who they were playing against, but we saw him pick Zillion, and
Yeah.
he said in the post game interview that he hadn't played Zillion in months, but he was just like, oh well, this looks good here, so I guess I'll play it, and it actually wound up being like the linchpin for their comp that won them the game. So.
Yeah.
Definitely not
Definitely.
a one trick. That's what's so hard about playing against them, is that none of them are one tricks.
Yeah.
So you can't just ban them out. You have to ban their best champs, which is you have to ban Blitz. Arguably, you have to ban Lee Sin. You have to ban Anivia. But other than that, you got to figure out, okay, now how do I play against the Vagar? If I'm going to ban out Blitz, how do I play against the Thresh? If I'm going to ban out Lee Sin, how do I play against the Mount?
Yep. I don't mean to interrupt you, but if you're on the spectate link, we have started pick and ban Los Spanish Torpedoes, banning out the Blitzcrank and the Bard with the Yorick on the blue side, with Pooh banning out the Malzahar Lux, and probably going to keep the same 3 bans, most likely, which I forget what their other one was, but I know it was a mid lane ban focused at Will Brooks. Malzahar Lux and anyone remember?
Oh, it's a Shin.
Oh, it's a Shen ban. So I think the Shen ban is good. Shen is a good champion for, and I'm not talking about low Spanish torpedoes. I'm talking about in general. If you are playing a coordinated 5 team, but for some reason either your top laner or your communication in general is not as good, Shen kind of absolves that problem to where if they want to make plays bot lane and they don't have pressure top, they can't because Shen. And then also if you want to make plays bot lane and you can because Shen. So, he kind of helps a lot of things. I'm really surprised that they picked Ezreal first with Misfortune still up. Um,
Well, I mean, Ezreal has been strong with the new runes. We have seen him be a priority pick for other teams, but I would say, especially in this league at least, that Misfortune is the priority.
Yeah, and here's the thing: is like Shen in solo queue probably not as good because there is no communication. You gotta do things by yourself. Same thing with Ezreal. Ezreal in solo queue is good because you can just do things by yourself and everything. But Misfortune is better in a coordinated team fight, team comp, which is what we have going on here with the Morgana coming in as a flex pick for 3 lanes technically, and then Clumsy getting on his what I consider comfort pick in the Warwick, who is pretty strong right now, and I think it's a better pick for him overall. Puts him on a champion he's, I think, better suited at.
Right. So in the first game, from the side of Los Spanish Torpedoes, we had the first 3 bans were Yorick, Bard, and Urgot, and so this time we had Yorick, Bard, and Blitzcrank, which was wise.
Yeah.
We just talked about that. But we do have Hiramar getting back on that Anivia again, and that's, again, you can't ban this team out. There's too many champs that are good.
Yeah, I feel like the Yorick pick is something that we've seen other teams been able to answer with Teemo, or you just answer with your own split pusher, or if Ornn is still up, which it was at the time, you can just blind pick that guy instead.
We have the Karma ban. Not sure who that's targeted at, but...
No, that's for Rob.
Rob?
And then the Garen. Interesting that they choose to try to ban out Hillary Clinton's Garen. Has Hillary Clinton, and again, forgive me, chat and all, for not having been able to keep up too much with this, but has Hillary Clinton been playing that Garen a lot? Is that why we're seeing it ban now, or just because of the last game?
Most likely a last game answer. Oop, hello, team.
Well, I know that with Hillary Clinton, with Austin, the past few seasons, he would go Bard top, on hit Bard top, or he'd go Crit Garen. He knows those champions in and out. But this new preseason, he's been on split push champions with the Yorick.
We do have the Lee Sin. Sorry to interrupt. Just
that's fine.
Gets me excited. Go ahead. So he's
my build is
Yorick, Garen.
Yorick. This new season, he's been on like Yorick, the Urgot, the Nasus, these split push champions that, with the new mastery, I think it's called Demolish, just takes down the towers because that's all he cares about.
Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Oh, man. Once they lock this next pick in, I'm going to have... I'm going to
say.
Yeah, just because I really feel like if you would have swapped Misfortune where Ezreal is right now, you'd be looking at Los Spanish Torpedoes team comp like, wow, they have a lot of team fight presence. They got some tanky bruisery members.
Please don't be a Galio support.
It's a brand
so are we
support.
flexing that?
Galio mid, Maokai top is what I feel like it's going to be right here. And it could be like a Nara or Fiora. You can play almost anything in a Maokai. Nasus as well. Yeah, now it's just going to be a nice farm lane. You just mentioned it, Django, about the Nasus. And Nasus, Klepto Nasus right now is probably the strongest thing in the game. If you haven't, yeah, Korean top laners are just going insane with it. Sorry.
All right, so we do have picks and bans being locked in here for Game 2 of Bear Jr. Poops in the Woods versus Los Spanish Torpedoes. I don't know why I have to say it that way, but I just do, okay? And we've got some flexes happening. I don't think we're quite sure where we're going to be seeing some of these champions on the side of Spanish Torpedoes. My guess is that we're going to see Galio support with the Ezreal against the Morgana. But that could be put in the mid lane and putting the brand as the support. So we will see. I do love the fire and ice concept of this versus in. So hopefully that.
Okay, just...
Well, I know that Will does play brand. He doesn't play very often.
Loaded at A-Rank.
What? Okay, so...
Yeah, I see that. I see that. I'm so sorry. Give me a second. Oh my god.
This is why I can't have nice things.
You're right. It's my fault. Who said it to Aram? The man bun. You're right. That was all me. Jesus Christ.
Hey, let's just go with it.
Y'all should have just kept going, man. Oh my god, I am so sorry. All random. No, tournament draft, Menbung's game. Alright, that is well. Yeah.
PMA LCS, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Only
here.
the
If you're
finest.
just, I'm gonna kill some time for us. If you're just tuning in, we both teams had decided to do an ARAM, but apparently that's against league rules. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to go through with the pick and bans that we just went through. But we were just talking about the possible flex we're gonna see. Let's just throw it to chat. What do you guys think in chat? Are we gonna see brand support, Galio mid, or the reverse, Galio mid?
I think
brand support, whatever I said.
Yeah.
So what do you guys?
I think it's gonna be the better comp is Galio mid brand support, but if it's fire versus ice, then it's probably brand mid with Galio support.
Yeah, it's gonna be brand mid, but I agree the better comp would be with the Gallia mid.
Here, I'm gonna actually drop out of this lobby to help.
No. Oh.
And you just invite me. Several.
Come back. Jump down. And then yeah. Perfect.
Cool.
Go. Huzzah! Fuck. Easy. Hey guys, we gotta wait. Okay, look at these levels. 52 for digital love. 56. This guy has no life. Bear has level 56 right now. Y'all keep talking because I have to do something real quick. Boo boo.
Jingo, what do you think about these matchups here? What do we think about the bot lane, the Ezreal versus the Misfortune matchup? My opinion is that it favors the Misfortune, but what do you think?
I agree. It does favor the Misfortune. However, I think that if Ezreal can position himself right and get some cues onto Misfortune, he should come out even or ahead in lane just with Kleptomancy.
Right, I think he's got a little bit of an easier time against the Morgana, being Ezreal. He could just arcane shift away from those snares, but I guess the problem with the Morgana on Bear Jr. is it's kind of similar to the Blitzcrank hooks in that he doesn't miss very often. Okay, I'm gonna revise my statement. Bear Jr. does miss, just not very much.
Well, I mean, also the Morgana Q is wide as hell.
It's like a Mack truck coming at.
Oh, it definitely is a Mack truck.
So we do have. We are finally, yes, the lobby is in. They are just now drafting their champions here. So we're gonna see the Maokai top, which I think we all kind of assumed was gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, you do sometimes see Galio top, sure, but no, Maokai definitely going top against the lazy Susan from Hillary Clinton there.
The lazy I have a lazy Susan at home.
Better be bringing out Snoop Dogg Nasus.
Oh god, I don't have the mods on.
Lee Sin obviously going over to Labyrinth 1898. So hopefully we do get to see the hashtag no jungle item Lee Sin.
Did you know that Labby plays a pretty good Lee Sin?
Is that the new meme?
Yes. Especially if General Dill is ever around, you just say it, and he definitely won't get tilted or anything like that. Don't worry. It's good. Let's get some more people in here. Come on, guys, share the link. I posted it in the only one chat. Oh, I only posted it in one chat. Oh my god, I'm a horrible person.
Yeah, everyone get on, share that stream link with your friends on Facebook. Get as many people in here.
If you don't have friends, then make some. I don't know. Find me off Championship Series and then the page as well. That's the one I want.
So we did have some trolling going on the side of Spanish Torpedoes in the first game, so it could still be a trade from the Will Brooks going to Rob for the bot lane. support.
I
I would like to see the brand mid. I think it's a wise choice to put the brand mid against Anivia for the wave clear, and I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough call either way because the brand gets walled off easily. You know, he doesn't have the ability to dodge the stun as easily either.
Yeah.
So
I would say that it's actually better to have the brand bot just because having a double poke lane is a little bit easier. Also, Galio's like taunt is a lot more telegraphed than any of the stuns besides the Q that comes out than the Q for brand in my opinion. You can black shield that a whole lot easier. Uh, Galio support just doesn't really apply much to the rest of the map. I think having the Galio mid, getting more gold on the Galio, Brand's just going to do Brand things. He's going to do percent health damage. He's going to do damage. He's going to hit 6. Boom. So that's what will happen in these team fights, which they have a lot better team fights. But again, I hate to beat a dead horse, but having the misfortune on the side of Los Spanish Torpedoes would have made this such a fantastic team comp.
okay, so it looks like we are going to see Galio support. Interesting. So let's talk about it then. So with the Galio support, do you build tank or do you build damage? I think you build mostly damage if you're playing Galio mid, but what do you guys think?
I think you got to build tank. I mean, maybe you can start with a blue support item, and just poke continually, but you've got to be building towards your tank items.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think Galio support's as strong, but if you're going to be doing this, I think you need to build him tankier.
Chat is.
Dylan eats food fans.
What? I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. Someone in chat is telling me that TST or Low Spanish Torpedoes has no damage. Brand's got some damage. Ezreal is okay. The consistent damage is gonna have to be from Brand spam. But I mean, they're 3 tanks and 2 damage sources as opposed to the side of POO, which is 4.5 damage sources. And
well, it depends on what they build on the Warwick. Warwick can have damage. You know, he's not.
Yeah, you definitely don't
without
want to build him aggressively, though. You want to get a Tiamat early, so you're going to take you'll take the machete with the rejuve bead. Yeah, and also if Ez takes Club Zone and goes 45% CDR, he's pretty darn consistent damage. Still gotta land the poke though. That's the only thing I also don't like about Ezreal or champions like that is that high damage, but you have to land skill shots. I'm not saying that Digital Left is not skillful. It's just it's not as reliable. I like things that are easily reliable.
Okay, Sean, real quick, briefly, what do you think? Hashtag POO win or hashtag LST win?
I think it's gonna be a POO win again.
All right.
Yeah.
Nolan, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with POO. I just
I'm
think
gonna
they
go
have
with
better.
POO as well.
It comes down to shot calling.
All right. So we're gonna go through the lineups real quick. On the side of Low Spanish Torpedoes, we have Debrosius 522 on the Maokai, Clumsy Chocobo on the Warwick, the Will Brooks on Brand, Digital Love 69 on Ezreal, and Rob on the Galio support. On the side of Bear Jr. Poops in the Woods, we have Hillary Clinton on the Lazy Susan, Nasus, Labyrinth 1898 on his Lee Sin, which I hear he plays a pretty good Lee Sin. Miramar on the Anivia. We have that random guy on the Misfortune for another game in a row, and Bear Jr. finally with the Morgana coming in to support him. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are just about to get into Week 5, Game 2, Los Spanish Torpedoes versus Bear Jr. Poops in the Woods, with Bear Jr. Poops in the Woods having taken the first game in 24 minutes, I think less than 24 minutes, with a fairly clean victory from them. So we're going to have to see something. I think Los Spanish Torpedoes definitely has something to prove in this game.
Yeah, definitely. I think their team comp overall is definitely better. But it's gonna take some well coordinated and well timed ganks as well. The onus is on Clumsy to match tempo with Lee, if not try to power up to 6 faster than Lee. So we'll see how this goes. So that was a very quick load screen.
So we do have some people questioning in chat why we aren't seeing the Galio mid. I mean, that's a good question. We'll definitely have to ask them in the post game interview what is going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are into it. If you're just joining us, welcome. This is Week 5, Game 2. Bear Jr. Poops in the Woods versus Los Spanish Torpedoes. Bear Jr. Poops in the Woods being on the red side now, and Los Spanish Torpedoes on the blue side. The gates are now open, and champions are heading down the lane. We did see an early kill with the Blitzcrank later on flashing, of course, their Q. But yeah, really curious as to how this is going to go for them. This is sort of a slow and steady lineup, I think. We do have the root coming down though, and another early kill actually going to Labyrinth 1898. Wow, the Morgana Q, and like we said, Bear Jr. he doesn't miss very often.
I mean, okay, I'm glad.
That's actually huge, and Labyrinth is actually going to go back and shop with this.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I'm glad he's going back to shop because he's probably going to get a longsword or something instead of the other. Yep, exactly. Because I know Labby. My God. But he could have taken his second thing of a jungle item, but you know he doesn't build it, so he's just going to keep.
You'd prefer the early damage. That's definitely.
Fine.
That's a classic Labyrinth move right there. He'll prefer that early damage from the longsword over the extra jungle items, because Lee Sin clears the jungle fine anyway. So
yeah,
you know,
I'm also just really. He's done this twice in both games. He does health pots instead of the Hunter's Potion, and I just think Hunter's Potion is one better. And for junglers, when you're trying to save your gold to finish all your items, whether it's a jungle item or not, it's just better to start Hunter's Potion, in my opinion, instead of having 4 or 3 health pots. But that's just neither here nor there. That's a personal preference as a fellow jungler.
So, pretty standard jungler paths, so instead of going in for that early gank on the Lee Sin, he's just going to go right across to his red buff, and the Warwick going to the Wolves as well. We do have getting some pressure, though, from the bot lane, just shoving into turret. And, of course, the farm fest that is going to be top lane. This is actually a great lane, I think, for Hillary Clinton. He just wants to farm, and so does the Maokai. Unfortunately, that's not what you really want against a Nasus. You want somebody to put pressure on him early game so that he doesn't get to farm. So that's going to be a problem later for them, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Was anyone able to see, did he take Kleptomancy, or is he running Grasp in the top lane?
He's taking Klepto.
Thank you. So, I mean, Nasus always wants to hit his Trinity Force power spike, as Bear Jr. does miss a Q, and the crowd is in shock.
Often, I said very often. All right, listen.
Labby is quoted as saying he never misses anything. I'm just kidding, Labby. But it's as we have a gank mid lane. Flash burned.
Flash, right as the Q is coming out. Interesting, yeah. So that is a flash, and that is a classic Labyrinth move, just coming in to burn those flashes early on. He loves to do that. He'll take that in pretty much every single time, and that is part of what Bear Jr.'s been cleaning their early game up a lot. I think we were seeing one of their weaknesses. Oh, and the Q comes out, but Labyrinth is actually coming in. He's going to ward dash in, gets the slow onto the Galio, saves the Q, goes in. They do get the kill, and it goes on to Bear Jr. hogging the kills tonight.
Yeah, Bear is...
and the snare actually does come out on the Ezreal. They're going to flash in. They're going to get the kill on the Ezreal as well. Bear Jr. does not miss very often. The Black Shield comes out. They're going to slow up the Warwick. Labyrinth does have that Q still. Morgana does get the snare. He takes 2 tower shots, and he gets out with the self-shield. Incredible play. That is now 3 kills in the bot lane. Wilbrix actually does stun up Hiramar, using that early game pressure from the brand to get some damage out on them. But wow, what a play bot lane. Not wanted to happen.
Yeah. Really nice. You can tell the comfort on someone on Lee Sin by the way that he's playing it right now. And
huge fight coming in. That's the barrier coming out from Hiramar. The Black Shield comes out as well. Hiramar's just gonna get back super low. Bear Jr. roaming towards the mid lane.
Wait, what?
Did he flash?
Yep, he flashed over the wall. He's still chasing him. Bear, what are you doing? God, it's so sweaty.
Bear Jr. is the biggest troll. I think we'll realize that soon enough.
Such a
Nick
sweaty
is
dude.
the biggest troll. He
I
doesn't even care. He's just gonna flash without seeing anything. Clumsy Chocobo, however, is coming in. The root does come down from Bear Jr. He's gonna make up for his burned flash. The ignite comes down as well. The wall to block him out, and they do get the kill onto Clumsy Chocobo. Who actually wound up getting that? I think Hiramar got it.
Yeah, he got it. Sorry, I just wanted stream to see the boosted flash by Bear Jr.
Everything's a classic Labyrinth move. Well, yeah, my apologies. I talk about Labyrinth a lot because I've played probably at least 600 or 700 games, at least 600 or 700 games with him over the course of the years that we've played together. So I know his Lee Sin inside and out. I pretty much know what he's gonna do before he does. It's not true.
All right, what's Labby gonna do right now?
He's gonna go try to kill Clumsy Chocobo.
By the way, you know you started talking about Hiramar and said that you've played many games with Labby, and you know his Lee Sin inside and out?
What? No, I didn't. No, I would know. Someone was talking in chat. Is everything a classic Labyrinth move? And I'm said, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said everything.
Sorry, I didn't clarify. Yeah.
All right.
I have a love affair with Labyrinth. I try to keep it under wraps when I'm streaming, but sometimes it leaks.
It seeps from the buttock.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh,
I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, chat. It's not me. It's Sean. I swear.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
But okay, we're gonna focus. We're gonna stop memeing. We're gonna focus on this game. We do have Clumsy Chocobo getting a stun out and the wall. He is running away. And they're actually gonna try to turn it. They do get the Tiamat proc.
And they're collapsing on this pink ward. What's
Susan's
that noise?
coming out, getting the speed boost from the crab, but he's actually gonna go back towards his lane.
Okay, who's tapping?
That's you, Joy. Yeah.
And that was. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize I was doing. That's my leg, and it was.
RLS, man.
It gets going, man. Once I get excited, my leg
It
starts.
was going to town.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was your leg or not, but I was like, is it like just someone messing with their mic?
No, it was my leg was hitting the wire from my mic, so that's what it was going on.
Gotcha. Yep, and right now it's what? We had a 10,000 gold lead at, I forget what, like 14 minutes last game, and with 7:30 we have a 3,000 gold lead. So, not bleeding as much, even though there's more action on the side of food this game.
Just tons of poke in that bot lane. Tons of poke. Bear Jr. moving forward. Does actually get the stun. Throws the W underneath, and that random guy actually does wind up getting the kill onto Rob. And Bear Jr. played that really well, just moving forward so that he can get that stun up. And Hiramar utilizing that Anivia that he knows so well to just bully around the Will Brooks, trying to turn the tables on him from the early game.
Yep, and it gets really, really hard on the side of low Spanish torpedoes. Like, now you have sixes coming from both, and here comes actually Clumsy Chocobo. Gets the kill, gets a ult. Oh man.
That random guy, trying to get away, and they actually do get the double kill in the bot lane. Wow. Lee Sin trying to bring it back. He's got the red buff. He's not too scared of Clumsy Chocobo, though maybe he should be. Now he W's the minions and gets away. So that was actually huge for Spanish Torpedoes there. That was really important for them.
I was just about to say it's going to be, now that we have ultimates coming out of mid lane and jungle, we need to see some proactive plays. And Julio says, Sean, I can read your mind and I'm going in, even though this is with a 3-minute spectator delay. So good job. Very, very impressed with Julio's ability to mind read 3 minutes into the past so he can make plays in the future. It's very good.
But let's talk about the level discrepancy real quick. We have Rob, who is level 4.
Well, yeah, he's low in relative to everyone else on his team, but he now Bear just hitting 6. I think Rob, if he stays in lane, he'll probably hit 6 off of like 2.5, maybe the 3rd minion wave if he stays in lane. That is, but because he needs that ultimate for these team fights to save whoever gets caught out, because I feel like someone will get caught out. Also, even just to help supply Julio with even more engage when he tries to go in and jumps on someone.
And Hirmar with that blue buff is just going to use his unlimited mana just to harass Will Brooks as much as he can with his ultimate. But we do it. It's slowing down a little bit. I think Bear Jr. pooped in the woods after that double kill bot lane. He's probably thinking about slowing down just a touch so that they can really start to scale up into this game, because they really do have sort of a, well, it's interesting. I was gonna say it's a late game comp because I'm looking at the Nasus right now, but we have a gank actually coming out. Hillary Clinton trying to run away. The Maokai does ult. He's under turret now. He ults as they're coming in, predicting that they're going to fight. He is suppressed under the turret now. They're tanking tower shots. Hillary Clinton flashes out. Debrosius tanking 2 tower shots. Does actually fall. Clumsy Chocobo now alone with Labyrinth.
Julio can win this.
Labyrinth kicks him away, realizing that he actually doesn't want this fight.
Yeah. Now the low mana on Julio may change up some things.
Hirmar not afraid to move forward through the harass and just so that he can get the damage out. So we have this jungler versus jungler battle in the top lane. Oh, and we do have the Susan teleporting in on that ward. He's gonna slow up Clumsy Chocobo. Labyrinth dashes to him, gets the Q, and gets the kill. Overstay from Clumsy Chocobo.
Yeah, definitely overstay. As junglers, sometimes we want to like hold the wave for our laners, or kind of be a little bit greedy sometimes and catch up on like some solo lane XP or get some gold. But in that moment, when the fight was over, you probably just needed to back off and reset. You have a lot of pressure on the map. Julio's been doing a great job. He's been a part of all 3 of the kills that his team has right now. So, you know, he just needs to not put himself in those situations to where he can continue to try to make plays for his team, because they're going to continue to rely on him.
Yeah, we did have a little bit of a fight going on. The Hirmar did use the Ignite onto the Brand, but he didn't die and instead gets shoved out of lane, and Hirmar is going to take this opportunity to get some damage on the tower.
Shouldn't Brand heal from Ignite? Just saying. like Anivia should probably just, like every auto attack, like lose feathers. She's an ice bird. But
so we'll see. Anivia is low on mana. We'll see if he's going to be able to, with this minion wave, he will be able to take this tower.
Yeah, he's got this.
So I think we are going to see first tower blood going over the side of Bear Jr. once again. And it does in fact happen. So we'd have a play happening bot lane. In fact, Clumsy Chocobo getting caught up in a gank here. Labyrinth trying to get these kills out. Oh! Ezreal Arcane shifts out of range of the Lee Sin Q, but then Bear Jr. flashes forward and gets the kill.
Bear Jr. is probably the sweatiest support in this entire league. That is the most aggressive. He's a sweaty support. You can tell him I said it too. He'll laugh.
I'm just gonna call him a sweaty man, just
because he's a bear.
I don't know if that's true.
And
yeah,
bears
well,
are hairy.
Right? Yeah.
And a lot of hair means sweat. I get that. Yeah, that's fair. So we saw 2 towers go down and a 3-for-0 in the bot lane.
And it's just timing. I feel like with Labyrinth, he's really got his timing down. Or he's in both of these games, he's been where he needed to be every single time. And Hillary Clinton just wailing on this top tower. Finally, and just takes it.
So I feel like this is even more impressive than the 4 towers we saw take within 2 minutes. This was about a minute and a half taking all 3 outer towers within the same time frame. It's very, very impressive. Labyrinth is sitting on almost 3,000 gold, which is not incredibly much, but Nasus, if you press X on all your keyboards, is sitting with 429 trillion. So that kleptomancy really working out for
really
him.
paying off for him.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Wait.
Rito, please.
Yeah. Not entirely sure. I know Eric Guy Fieri thinks that if they run like debtor's market or whatever it is where you get to go in debt, that's what happens. But I don't think he's running it this game, so I wouldn't know.
And yeah, so Labyrinth loves to do this on his Lee Sin. He'll sit on like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 gold before going back and then just build a bunch of items all at once, which is why he doesn't build his jungle item usually. But we do have the ult coming down from Bear Jr. They're going to go in on Digital Love and they get the kill without even having to use the Q. But in retaliation, I keep wanting to call them TST, but Low Spanish Torpedoes do actually take the Rift Herald, which is going to be helpful for them. They're going to want to try to take a tower soon.
Yeah, and I hope they don't use it right away because I do like that they took that, they prioritized that over the likes of an Air Drake or something like that. It's very, very important. I want to also point out to anybody who plays Morgana jungle, Morgana support, Morgana mid, what Bear Jr. did right there is so vital to what a lot of, I think, younger players will do. They'll try to lead with the Q.
Oh no. Rob, after the million-year stun from the Morgana Q, gets walled off so he can't get back to his team. But Chocobo just dives into the middle of POO, gets snared up, and gets killed again. Interesting choice here. And here Amar just chasing down the Brand. He's going to try to wall him off. Does wall him off, gets the ult onto him and the stun, gets the Q. He's stunned up still. Then Morgana snared and ignited, and he does fall.
Okay, so
Bear Jr. just throwing those skill shots out, like we said. You don't want to give him any champion. So if you can just ban out all of the champions, Bear Jr. should be at a disadvantage.
Yeah, I think. Well, then, I mean, I don't know what you pick if all the champions are banned. No,
yeah.
I'm kidding.
Good luck. I guess that's my point.
Yeah, no. I got a question for you, both of you guys, and for chat. Is it more annoying to be CC'd over and over again, or is it like and not be able to move, or is it more annoying to be like soft CC'd, like slowed, like Teemo slowed or Rylai's over and over and over again?
Nolan.
I'd say hard CC.
Yeah, I feel like it's really, really hard to decide because like Morgana Q into Anivia, like that kind of stuff is annoying. But man, if I'm like feared by Warwick into a fear from Fiddle and then I like get Teemo shroomed and I just can't get away, knowing that like I have abilities to use as opposed to just like, well, I can't do anything is more frustrating to me.
Well, I think it's the fact for me, it's like knowing the fact that I have abilities to use, like, okay, I can flash, I'm pounding on the flash, I'm pounding on the flash, this is where I need to go. And then you get hit with the other hard CC ability.
Yeah. So I have a request, DG Mad Hatter, sorry. My thing on the Morgana that I wanted to finish before that last fight went off is that a lot of young players will...
Oh, wait, hold on, I'm sorry to interrupt you again. Morgana snares up the Will Brooks, he goes in the middle of them and ults him, Clumsy Chocobo goes back into the back line, ults onto the Labyrinth, Galio comes in to try to save him, but he actually, oh wow, actually Galio goes wide and taunts the random guy, and then pause in the middle of the fight!
Did they ask for it? I gotta check. Pause. Question for Hero Disconnect. Yeah, Hero more disconnected. I think they should have probably... Yeah, yeah, that's kind of, yeah. So, I have time to talk about my Morgana thing really quick while Hero comes back. So, the thing that Bear Jr. did is that he didn't lead with the Q. I feel like most people, whether you're playing like a Lee Sin or a Morgana or even a Blitzcrank like Bear Jr. does, which are two champions that he plays and one's the other one that Labby plays, most people tend to use the skill shot first. And if you use the skill shot first and miss, it's not even worth using. Like, you have to 100% know you're going to hit it. So what he did on Morgana is went and he did the unmissable ability of clicking R first. And then after that stun, if it's not dead, then you can lock them up again with hard CC. It's the same thing with the Blitzcrank running in and using E first because it's melee, and then you can, like, so they're CC'd, so then you can land your hook again. Or for a Lee Sin who wants to ward hop and Q, like we saw on the first gank mid lane on Will Brooks. He could have easily led with Q from the brush if he knew he was going to hit it, but he didn't want to. So instead of doing that and like forcing a play somewhere else, he ward hopped, auto attacked, forced the flash out of Will first, which allowed him to use his Q later. So you're not using your only means of like ceasing or getting to a target, and that's kind of just the sign of like understanding your champion better and knowing like how to make your enemy make the first mistake first.
But I'm gonna pause, or not pause, mute stuff real quick so you guys continue with your analysis. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah. And also the super secret thing about Morgana is that DG Mad Hatter is really bad at it. Ooh, burned, wrecked. No, I don't know. But there wasn't something that you didn't know. I'm just saying it for everybody in chat. This isn't about you, Frank. Okay? Django, you?
I don't really got anything right now. This was such a good time for them to start their team fight. Brand got his ult off and everything, and then there was this pause.
Yeah, it's
This was a
unfortunate.
fight they needed.
Yeah, this is definitely a fight they need, although bleeding health bars across the board
Yeah,
for...
Will's about to die. I know that. He's rooted there with an anchor.
Who is the TSM fan? Fight me! Dude, I'm the TSM fan. Why are you so boosted? Wait, dude, don't fight you at Worlds. You won't want me to choke? Dude, it's okay. I'm telling everybody now, I'm still the TSM fan, but my second team is Clutch City. They are my team from my city. I will represent them. There we go. That's all. Want to let y'all know that. And I think we're about to start up again. Nope. Still waiting. So, what could we talk about?
I don't know.
Heremar's still MVP. He does this with no internet. Alright. We got the Hearmar fan club in here. Yeah, I think the timing of this pause is inconvenient, but you know, we're looking at 11,000 gold lead here at 1745. This fight continues to look like it's not going to go the way of LST and here we go. Ezreal's gonna have to come on this backside right here where Debrosius is and take out whomever is there. Random guy, and I think that's Bear Jr. No, Bear Jr.'s at the top, so Hiramar and Random Guy are gonna have to get blown up by Digital Love for this fight to even try to be worth it, because oh wait, Hiramar's disconnected. Who is that? Is that
It was Hiramar that his internet disconnected.
Yeah, but
and,
like who's the second red side person? What? Oh, Labby.
That's a Labby.
Yeah, his name's Rooted right now, and we're back in. Okay, cool.
Okay, so
Randall
Labyrinth falls at the end of the fight.
Yeah.
But Brand was going to die anyway as well. And I think both of these teams, actually Bear Jr. trying to flash out. Hiramar's back in. He's going to root, or he's going to wall, excuse me, and they're going to just try to back off the rest. Comes with chocolate. Getting pretty low here. Hiramar looking for that kill here, but Bear Jr. actually gets a little out of position in order to try to get the kill on him. It's rooted up and backs off. Both teams looking to just sort of reset after that totally inconvenient pause, but yeah, so I mean, you were saying this. We've got a huge gold lead now, still about an 11,000 gold lead on the side. Bear Jr. poops in the woods. So what do we think that Los Spanish Torpedoes is going to have to do here to get back in? Can they?
They can. It's going to be tough. You have to take advantage of the fact that from here on out, Clumsy's probably going to out-level Labyrinth if they allow it to like stay even. But you're gonna have to take these 5-on-4 team fights because Hillary Clinton's gonna stay in the side lane. You have no answer for him, her, Susan, girl, dog, whatever, right now. I also
Did you
think
just assume his
breed.
I guess you didn't really.
No, yeah, I said everything you possibly could. Did you just? No, actually, you didn't. But it's just gonna be really tough. You don't want to send more than 2 people to answer Hillary Clinton. You want to fight the 4 bot, because I think if you get a really nice brand ultimate and with a Warwick engage on top of the Galio ult, you can try to
Once
take
Chaco
out.
gets walled in fact, he's now gets stunned. Morgana throws out the root, but he actually uses his ult to get over the wall and away. And they're moving in on this, do a siege possibly. That's I guess the problem from. Oh, Labyrinth gets taunted up under the tower, takes 1 tower shot, but then random guy channels his bullet time and does actually wind up turning the kill onto Rob. So a little bit out of position here. And looks like we do have the redemption now coming in to just heal them up as they look to continue the siege on this bottom turret, because we have Nasus just splitting out the top lane. And while I don't think the Nasus can necessarily kill the Maokai,
Oh, he can totally
he's got
kill
so
him.
much armor, but he doesn't get pushed out of lane because that Trinity Force and his stacks is just gonna lifesteal everything.
Yeah, the next Q that Labby hits on a champion, he's gonna go in.
Do actually take that bottom turret now, and looks like they might be moving up towards middle or the Baron, possibly. Bear Jr. instead opting to go back, and we're just gonna have a little bit of a reset here.
Six towers to none right now, with the only dragon going on the side of POO.
Someone with a better memory can you let me know? Did Los Spanish Torpedoes take a tower in the last game either? And also, is that considered a shutout? I don't know.
No.
Okay, so we do have another fight happening. Hillary Clinton just ulting right away. Bear Jr. does use his stopwatch at this point now to try to just save himself a little bit of time there. We now have Labyrinth coming in. Clumsy Chocobo kicking him out. The bullet time gets channeled as well. Will Brooks get killed by it as well. We have 3 members down now on the side of Los Spanish Torpedoes. Hillary Clinton going in. Labyrinth's going to queue in, and it takes them a little while, but they are going to drop the Maokai as well, and they're going to look towards Baron.
This is the problem with having an Ezreal right now, who still hasn't completed a. Well,
Still
he
trying to
has.
scale.
Yeah, trying to get his Trinity Force. He has his, tier item right now, the Man Immune.
And with that blue buff, Mark can just channel his ultimate pretty much infinitely. The redemption comes out while dead from Bear Jr. Nice job. Oh, well, he's alive now. But they did get the kill onto it. There's nothing that Los Spanish Torpedoes could really do about it, save from possibly some kind of miraculous Ezreal Q. But and they're gonna look now towards this Mountain Drake, and that's just gonna help them out. They're gonna actually, this is a great Drake for them, I think, because they're looking to close this game out, and that's gonna help them do it. We'll have to see which way they decide to. Which lane they decide to start the push in. Now that there's no objectives on the map to take, I guess it's really just a pick and choose sort of situation.
Yeah, I
they
think
do still have the Nasus top. Go ahead.
I think another unfortunate thing that we forgot to mention is that while they did get the Rift Herald on the side of LST, so much time passed that they were unable to use it. So that's unfortunate. They could have had a tower there, which could have released some pressure. But, at this time last game when they were looking at their base being in shambles, I think it was almost over at this point. So they've comparatively better team comp, better draft. Means you're not looking at a 24-minute game ending for you. Will's done really well on this brand. I still wish he would have been able to have the Galio mid, because I think that while we see a flank from Debrosius? No. Okay, it's spotted out by Lord. I think just having the Galio's map pressure, being able to answer in side lanes would have been better. He would have not been level 4 for ever.
Oh, but Hillary Clinton is just wailing on that tower. Oh my god! Just wailing on that tower with the Mountain Drake
Will,
and the
what are you
Baron
doing?
buff.
Why are you?
He's just taking multiple people on the Will is going in. He's just gonna get absolutely smashed by the Nasus. We have another fight happening in there. Oh my goodness, and they're just going ham on all sides here. Hillary Clinton just coming in. They
Hillary
actually
Clinton
go
wants the
deep in on
pentakill.
Bear Jr. with Debrosius. He actually gets the big knockup as well in the Galio. But Hillary Clinton is just massive. There's nothing anyone can do about him. Nobody can stop him. There's not... could send the whole team against the Nasus. He would take them all out. He gets the kill eventually as well. That's multiple members down. Digital Love getting killed out by the Nasus. Chased out. Hillary Clinton going super hard right now. Doesn't even care. Doesn't care about your Nexus. Doesn't care about anything. Keep going while the rest of the team from Bear Jr. is just taking out inhibitors in the backside. Hillary Clinton's just going ham on these towers. That's a Nexus turret down now as well. Galio falls. They're going to move on to this final Nexus turret. Digital Love on the side trying to poke him down. Will Brooks using his ult to bounce it back and forth. Hillary Clinton finally going to fall, in fact. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. The Baron buff on these minis still. They're just trying to hit this Nexus. The egg gets popped from Hiramar. Is he going to fall? He's at 0 deaths right now. Oh no, the Baron minions are going to save him. And they are going to get the win. Bear Jr. poops in the woods, takes down Los Spanish Torpedoes in Game 2 in 25 minutes. So a couple extra minutes from Bear Jr. Poops in the Woods, but another decisive victory. That's 2 in a row for Bear Jr. Poops in the Woods. Guys, what do you think?
I think Hillary Clinton needs to change his name to Honey Badger because both games he just did not care. Like the Nasus didn't care. The Garen in game 1 definitely did not care about your ADC split pushing with him. Just solo kills him. It's just a really good draft, but also you gotta say you put them on their comfort picks and they're gonna do some good stuff. Eric, I can't play right now. I'm casting.
He's trolling so hard.
Yeah.
He knows too.
Yeah. I just.
And you know what? And this is something let's talk about this for a moment. This is something that we mentioned, but we never actually really talked too much in depth about, and that's the power of comfort picks versus meta picks, and how being on a champion, whether or not it's great for the team comp or not, can be better for you in an organized fight situation than just going with something meta or something safe. What do you guys think?
I think if the comfort pick is meta, it has double value. But if we're just talking about in general, I think with what we are as an amateur league scene, there are some people like Cvan who plays like Diana and AP Cog. No one really sees that. So sometimes you have to just ban that out, not necessarily because you either 1, respect them on it, or 2, you've never played against it, so you don't know how to do that. So them having like these comfort pocket picks is really, really huge. But then allowing like Anivia, who's probably not like the best mid laner in the game right now, but for our league, what she provides, and also then for Hiramar, you have to kind of focus those out. They did it with Hillary Clinton with, the Urgot and the Yorick bands and stuff like that. I just think like it was misplaced. Also, then both games you let up an OP in Misfortune. So, according to their top laner.
Let's get that straw poll up, guys. By the way,
trying to find
who wound up winning that first one?
So if I'm taking the both polls put together, it was Bear Jr. Sorry. Hiramar did not win the first one, I'm sorry. Oh, on the real poll, there's 2 polls. The real poll being which one's the real poll. If you only the one made in has Blitz with 6 votes. And then the one I made has Blitz with 2 and Hiramar with 3.
I see this one that I just reopened it, and it does have Hiramar with 3 votes. So
Yeah, that's
we'll
mine.
go with it.
I said
yeah.
use Jaundice's, so then the one with Jaundice one is the 6 vote one.
Screw it, we're bringing them all in.
Yeah, the whole team.
We'll do it live.
We'll do
Doing
it
it
live.
live.
Game 2 MVP. I'll make it real quick. Hillary, Labby, Lee. Mine doesn't have the 6 votes. Jaundice's one is the one that Nightbot has. Mine is.
Well, let's go ahead. Bear Jr. is the captain anyway, so let's just go ahead and bring in Bear Jr. and Hiramar, and then we'll check the results from the second.
Yeah, here's the straw poll, guys. Can my team stop trolling me? Jeez, me mommy trying to invite me. What the hell?
I mean, it looks like Hiramar is winning the second pull as well. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. We'll pull in Bear Jr. and Hiramar. And who's the captain for
Rob.
Torpedoes? We'll get Rob in as well.
We'll close it here and just hey, hello. Let's get Robbie in here and Hiramar. Or let's go. Okay. Hello.
I told Hira to join, but I don't know if you heard me.
Okay.
Not by
Rob,
myself.
Rob, come down to casters.
We said no.
We actually are declining all.
Oh, okay.
interviews.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, so get out of here. Bye.
Wow. All right, so we have everybody we need. All right, and we are ready with some MVP and captain interviews. Guys, congratulations on the 2-0.
Thank you.
Let's just start in the drafting phase. How do you feel about both games draft? We'll start with game 1.
The first one caught me off guard a little bit. They left the Nivea Blitz open, so I just tried to piece together a comp around that. It kind of just it fit the comp I was originally trying to play with like Nasus or Yorick top. Like I was actually gonna go for the Bard, so like them banning that was fine. I've been spamming Bard recently, so that like they were right to ban that because I've been having an 80% win rate with that recently, so it's not like I couldn't carry on that regardless. So it wasn't necessarily a bad ban for them to leave that instead of Blitz. But I just felt comfortable on Blitz regardless and locked that in, and then just went for the cheesy invade routes.
All right, and then in game 2, seeing what they put together in the draft, how did you feel like y'all responded to that?
What's up?
Game 2's draft.
Games 2's draft? Okay. Well, again, the MF was left open, so that was my priority pick both games, actually. I was thinking about getting MF both games just because I knew Digital Love had a good win rate on it, and I knew the rest of us had like pretty solid champ pools if in case anything else got banned. So the MF was just a good pickup because I really don't like playing the Tristana nowadays. It's all right, but press the attack is kind of meh. So I'd rather just run like Comet for an ADC.
All right. Well, you were game 1's MVP, is what we're gonna call it for you, Bear, and game 2 MVP on Hiramar. So here, Mar, I'll ask you one question. You have a couple of specifically generated questions for you um, from the chat. One, why do you love Anivia so much? Are you Froggen incarnate?
I try my best to be. But no, I picked up Anivia late season 5. As soon as I started playing the game, like I saw her. And funny story, I was actually too dumb to understand how her Q worked. I didn't realize you could push it again to detonate it early. And then I tried playing her in like an all random Earth, late season 5, and I realized you could do that. And then after that, I just fell in love with the champ. It was so
Start popping off.
yeah, the champ came a lot easier after I knew how it worked.
Whoa!
Yeah, exactly. And I played her in solo queue, and I had made it to gold in season 6, and then I played exclusively her in solo, and it took me to plat 4. So I think I have like 900k mastery over my 2 accounts. So she's great to zone with. It's hard CSing at first, but then it just gets easy, and you can get quick CS leads. And people in the lower elo don't really check what items you have, so you can come back to lane after spending 2200 gold with a needlessly large and just chunk them for massive damage that they didn't realize. So I don't know.
So here are some few questions. Ty Fister360 wants to know if your trench coat fits well.
It's a top coat, and yes, it does.
Not so ugly kid wants to know how it feels to get pooped on by a B4 mid.
Well, these are the main Hiromar fan club boys. Feel free to ban them from the Twitch.
Got it. How
Done. Consider it done.
How does a pooper like you always get interviewed? That's from Dobo Coptor.
Classic.
Yeah. Specifically, ask Kiramar how such a
Pooper
player always gets interviewed.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I honestly.
And then you were also quoted as saying that you would play 80 crit Viegar game 2, and you lied to him. And y'all are the youngsters.
I wanted to.
We don't breed any liars on this team.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? I actually have a real question here. So Bear Jr., this is going to go to you as the captain. We talked a lot about how all of your players have about 3 or 4 champions, give or take, that they're like really good on, that they would consider their mains. So, I mean, I guess I can't ask you to go on record and like give your opponent's advice against you or anything like that. But like, do you think it's not possible to ban you guys out? What do you think teams need to do?
I think what teams are struggling with is that they're trying to ban out certain champions rather than like every game I've gone in, I've established a team comp that's gonna work well. Like it doesn't matter what we're good on. Like I made sure our comp is gonna work first, and then I made sure that we're on the right champions after that. I don't know. Like I'm not gonna put us on random champions, obviously, but like I made sure the comp works all together. And I think teams are just kind of trying to counterpick us in lanes or ban out certain champions in lanes. But when you're playing ranked 5s, it doesn't really matter too much once you start team fighting or grouping at mid game. You have to think more about the 2v2 matchups with the jungle and who they're going to be fighting early game. So I just think we've had really solid drafts, and there's not obviously like it's really hard to ban us because we have 4 solid champions each. But I think if you want to try to ban against us, just ban a certain lane out and then play a composition around that lane.
Interesting.
Don't
Okay, so actually offering some legitimate advice.
Don't try to ban separate lanes and then like piece together like some random comp, because we're still gonna have a solid. Like try to ban out one lane in particular and just work around that. And
Well,
then, like,
would you say though that they, minus your Bard ban, they did that in both games towards top lane, and they still, like, because I felt like they focused Hillary
well, they
Clinton.
should have banned them all. They should have used all 3 on them then. And just put
Well,
them
in
on
the
the lane,
first
not
game, they
combo.
definitely tried to ban out. Well, I mean, you guys were talking about Hillary Clinton playing as on-hit Bard, which I don't know if Bear Jr. would ever let him do. But
The thing is, when they ban the Bard, they leave up the Nasus. They
Right.
leave up.
I mean, like, yeah, they
they did Yorick, Urgot, and
They can use.
Maokai.
What I'm saying is, we don't have like everyone on our team plays like 3 people pretty solid, but not. I wouldn't say like.
Mhm.
It's pretty hard to play 4 people solid. You know, like it's honestly hard. Like even me, I struggle playing 4 people like to the same ability I play the first 3. So it's
He's
like
a one trick. No, I'm kidding.
you might as well ban 3 out in one person, and then if you're worried, if there's nothing else to ban, like if everyone else has solid choices, you might as well just target one person out and then just completely make sure that lane wins.
Yep.
Okay. And I have a follow-up question then. And I forgive me, I keep asking sort of strategy questions for you guys, but I noticed that you guys really like to utilize that split lane top. Is that a conscious choice that you're making as the captain as far as like picks and bans go, or is that more because that's kind of what Hillary Clinton that's the style?
That's the play style. That's the play style he's most comfortable with. So I'm not gonna try to like go leaps and bounds and like go through 3 years of information to teach him like a different play style. You know, like I'll work around the one he already knows, and then and shot call around it. I think the only problem like Hillary would have like with his playstyle normally is that he's in solo queue and that his team can't coordinate around his split push. Like it's really hard to split push comp around a solo queue, especially because games end in 25 minutes on average now.
Yeah, I think for
But with me shot calling on the rest of the side, I can keep us safe while he does that. So it's good.
yeah, I think what is actually good in terms of like Bear Jr.'s champion pool himself and then matching up with Hillary Clinton, if you can get a numbers advantage, which that happens with these pick supports that Bear chooses and everything, and then you have a control mage in the mid lane that can just control waves and like not seed turrets and stuff like that, it allows Hillary Clinton that kind of free reign to do split push. So, whether it's the Bard, Morgana, Blitz, Bear has all these things that can help catch out people who are unaware, and because he's the one making the plays and calling the shots, his team will follow up and then they'll have the numbers advantage because either the enemy top laner is still answering Hillary or he'll have to come down and join to where Hillary is unanswered. So I think that's just a really good combination right there. Any other
further questions?
Yeah, that's exactly. Hodor Nation, you missed everything. It's over. Sorry. And Labby
And it
getting a
looks
shout
like
out.
we went through most of
Yeah.
we went through most of the chat questions as well. I don't know if this was a real question or not, but how do you sell it to people that Hira actually has more than just one man?
Wow.
I feel very attacked tonight.
Well, he has played Xerath before. Like I'm pretty sure he's messed around in a custom game on a couple of champions other than Anivia.
At least not surrounding customs.
I have at least 400 mastery score on like 4 other champions.
All right, so
Combined.
you know what? I guess we'll go ahead and just we'll end it on that. Thank you guys so much for the short and entertaining matches that you put on. Thanks for the interview. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out and joining us for Week 5. Bear Jr. Poops in the Woods versus Los Spanish Torpedoes. We hope you all enjoyed it as much as we did, and we'll see you guys next time. Hold
Tomorrow.
on, let me look at the schedule. We'll
Tomorrow.
see you guys tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. for Boosted Gorilla Monkeys versus Hidden Valley Gaming. Make sure you guys come and check that out. Once again, that's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So thank you guys so much. For me, I'm Joystick, accompanied by my friend Sean Menbum, as well as Jingo. And that'll be it for us tonight. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks.